should be golden. Yeah, they were pretty good. Forgot to pop out. All right. What's going on, beautiful people? It's your boy G Rex the Great, aka your friendly neighborhood comic enthusiast. And today we got a little video right here talking about the new DC event coming out called DC KO. It's going to be a special event written by, as you see it on the screen down here, Joshua Williams and Scott Snyder. So we're going to definitely get into everything we know about that so far, based on when it's coming out, some little information that DC's given us. We're going to look at some of the covers, always, of course. I'm going to get into the contestants, because if you don't know, this is a tournament style, a death battle, if you will. But it's a tournament type of event. We're gonna go through all of the contestants. We're not going to get into the first round matchups and my predictions on them. That's going to be a separate video coming out later this week. But for right now, we're just going to get into who's going to be fighting in this right here. We got a preview for the first issue we're going to look at, and I believe we got one more slide. Honestly, I don't know why none of my tabs got names up here, so I went and found a couple of these tabs. I don't remember what a lot of them are. But before I get into it, though, you know what I'm saying? If you're new here, welcome. If you already subscribed, welcome back. You know what I'm saying? If you enjoy what you see here, we do a lot of comic book stuff here. We kind of switch it off to anime every now and then, but mostly it's comic book stuff over here. We love comic books over here on this side of the internet. And you know what I'm saying, typical YouTuber things though. Like the video if you like what you see, you know what I'm saying, leave a comment, let me know what you think of this new event from DC, especially after I give you some info on it. Let me know what you're thinking, and subscribe to the channel if you, like I said, love what you see, you know what I'm saying, become one of the greats, subscribe and become one of the greats. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this first article from DC themselves. It's a press release, came out July 16th. Alright, we got DC Comics announces DC KO event. Get ready for the most fun you've had all year at a death tournament. That's what I was like. I think it's gonna be pretty cool. Now, see, like I said, this is from Joshua Williamson and Scott Snyder. Now, see, ever since the start of the Absolute Universe, where Scott Snyder is held in a lot of that, like Batman and whatnot. But we've all been awaiting that first Scott Snyder big event post Absolute Universe coming out, and I don't think any of us expected this. To be honest, I don't think any of us expected a death tournament, but I'm all here for it, and it's been a lot of rumor and speculation of the Absolute Universe crossing over as well. So, but we'll have to see what he does later on the line. But for now, right here, we got DC KO. Let's see. Joshua Williamson and Scott Snyder co-create the Slugfest event of the century. Main series written by Snyder with art from superstar creator Javi Fernandez. Alright, now here we go. We got just one of the main covers here. Like I said, DC, Scott Snyder, Javi Fernandez. Number one, DC KO. And this is a nice image of Superman with the sun knuckles. Nice. Got my man Black Lightning down there. Beautiful. Alright, DC KO, number one main cover. Obviously by Javi Fernandez. Alright, only one hero can knock out the rest and be crowned King Omega. Heroes will rise, legends will fall. It's time for a cosmic throwdown. DC today announced its next comic book event by co-arc architects Joshua Williamson and Scott Snyder, DC KO. This fall, the gloves come off as the greatest superheroes in the universe enter the arena in a thunderous tournament where the stakes are sky high and the cost of victory may be too steep to bear. Starting in October, I didn't mention, I think it's October like 5th, 8th, something like that, early October. Started in October, this publishing event puts heroes to the ultimate test of strength, loyalty, and knockdown, drag-out brawls, which 32 fighters will enter the Tournament of Champions, who will rise through the brackets and rival Darkseid against his ever-growing Omega powers. Now that is going to be one of the big things. So if you play Mortal Kombat, it's almost like the tower kind of thing. Once you get to the end, you got to fight, what was it, like Shao Kahn or something like that. So Darkseid is going to be that for this. All right. And what sinister secret lies at the absolute heart of Apocalypse? Get ready for the most fun you'll have all year at a death tourney. All right. Last year, Absolute Batman writer Scott Snyder and Superman writer Joshua Williamson reshaped the future of DC storytelling with DC All In Special #1. And I did talk about Scott Snyder at the beginning working on like Absolute Batman, but I didn't mention Joshua Williams working on the current ongoing Superman run. And I'm not caught up yet. I'm around like 10, 11, 12 issues in. And it's been pretty good so far. I also have, no spoilers, but I have a Superman video coming out later in the week as well. We're working on a lot of videos this week. I'm trying to get somewhere between like 4 and 5 videos out this week. But we also working on a Superman video for this week as well, and we might be mentioning that Joshua Williamson Superman run. That's all I'm gonna say. We might be mentioning that Joshua Williamson run. All right, so they reshaped the future of DC storytelling with DC All In Special #1, the start of the DC All In era and the birth of the Absolute Universe, which has been chef's kiss peak peak comic material so far. Alright, now the duo returns as co-architects of a new bracket style comic book event to continue the DC All In saga they developed. And honestly, I hate to keep going on tangents, but this All In initiative has been, by all means of the measure, great so far. Honestly, I've really enjoyed a majority of the titles throughout the All In. So back to what we got here. Snyder helms the main DC KO event series with artist Javi Fernandez, while Williamson orchestrates the tie-ins that ripple across the DC universe. And we're also that's another one of the slides. I do remember that we got the breakdown of the tie-ins in here actually. DC KO is a knockdown, drag out fight between all your favorite DC superheroes in a cosmic tournament to save the universe from Darkseid, said Snyder. Darkseid has evolved into something bigger and stronger than ever. He's destroyed the future, added Williamson. There's no future for the DC universe because of what he's done. The hero's only shot is to stop him in the present. And that's fire. That's fire. If you've been keeping up with the Justice League Unlimited series, we had some Darkseid shenanigans, or whether with like the energy or the power of Darkseid, where we saw spoilers for the Justice League Unlimited comic, but where Gorilla Grodd had absorbed the powers of Martian Manhunter due to the events of Absolute Power and everything, and then he also absorbed the powers of Darkseid and everything, and manipulated Airwave and yada yada yada. But we've been seeing the ripples of Darkseid X powers throughout this initiative, so it makes a lot of sense to see it again here, especially for this. Alright, we got a universe-shaking 5-level gladiatorial arena emerges from the Earth itself, each descending level testing the heroes in brutal and symbolic ways. The goal? Generate enough Omega energy to rival Darkseid and crown the new King Omega, a celestial being toward whom the universe bends. You have to be merciless to win, said Snyder. And when you're out, you're out. So it ain't no do-overs. Alright, each level is a new challenge, added Williamson, and the tournament will reveal unexpected heroes. Some you won't believe will go really far in the fights. And I think that's interesting. You know, I don't think when it comes to a DC tournament, people see Superman, see Batman, stuff like that. Hell, even Supergirl, people see characters like that, and it's just like most people will assume, well, yeah, obviously they're gonna make it. So I'm interested to see how they play with these other characters, and you know, we're gonna look at the preview later on towards the end, but because typically the preview is like the last thing I do in these videos, but we saw that Superman got to bring a weapon with him, so I'm gonna see like how they deal with everybody and what they would bring with them. Alright, let's see. While the battles are epic, the emotional center lies with Superman. Main character. Metal was a Batman story. Death Metal was a Wonder Woman story. Very, very much true. Death Metal was definitely a Wonder Woman story. A great story, I would say. A lot of people don't like Death Metal, but I thought it was cool. And DCKO is a Superman story, said Williamson. I wanted to tell a story about Superman looking into his own heart of darkness, said Snyder. It's a very personal story wrapped in 9 layers of candy exploding in your face. I've never heard that description about anything in my life, but I'm interested to see it here. Now, I am intrigued a little about them basically like really putting Superman at the forefront of this. Like personally, if I was doing a event of like this magnitude, where it's a tournament style fighting bracket thing, I wouldn't necessarily tell the audience that I have a emotional center point. Well, I guess you still can, but I think it just, especially when it's Superman, I think it just leads more people to believe that Superman's gonna win. But that could be leading the audience to believe one way just to come around and do something else. So we still got to see what they do, but I'm not gonna say I'm worried about Superman being a main vocal point, especially the emotional tie to the story. But I will say that I am a little paused by it. But still here for it nonetheless. All right, here we got some of the covers, some of the variants that we're going to be getting with this. All right, written by Scott Snyder, illustrated by Javier Fernandez. DCKO is a 5-issue limited series publishing through early 2026. The first issue features a main cover by Fernandez with a dramatic DCKO overlay. The full cover art behind. Okay. But I was about to say they doing another Comic-Con though, but I forgot. This is old. Okay, bet. Yeah, they had dropped this at the Comic-Con and everything. All right, bet. Limited edition ash cans. Boom, comic trim with the full cover. I just want to see who's doing them. DCKO variant covers. All right, Jim Lee, Daniel Warren Johnson, Frank Cho, Scott Koblish, Jay Lee, and Mike Del Mundo. A go. Shout out Mike. And we also got Dan Moore, best artist at DC to me right now, doing a bracket variant. That's fire. AEW cameo variant. They doing that too. Mark Spears, the Dark Side variant. Okay, and a full variant by main cover artist. All right, type. We're good. All right, retail October 8th, 2025. All versions of the 48-page kickoff issue will retail for $5.99, $6 a pop. All right. That's the picture I've been seeing everywhere with Superman. That's beautiful artwork right there. Superman just straight up dark side like that. That's a devious slam. I like it though. That's fire artwork right there. I guess so. This is the one by Ben Oliver. This is the one by Daniel Warren Johnson. I love this realistic Superman look with the knuckles, but him just freaking power slamming Darkseid like that is a beautiful cover. I would love to have that on my mantle. I might got to do a video showing off the little comic stand I got over there that I'm building. But I would love to have that in there. All right. The prelude and the tie-in titles. Justice League Omega Act number 1. We're not gonna really get into too much. I'm not gonna really read a lot of this here because this is a lot of info for the comics that we're talking about here, but we're not really going deep into those. Cover here for Flash. What was it, like Flash 20 something? I don't know. Boom for Superman here. Another tie-in. We have Titans 28 by John Layman. Nice. Who is on this roster? I'm actually not reading the current Titans run, but I am gonna be caught up by the time we get to this. I will be caught up for the tie-in. Okay, it's a cool roster, typical roster, honestly. Nothing too crazy. He ain't breaking no bounds. He ain't reinventing the wheel. Nice. Alright, Superman 31. Like I said, I am reading this Superman run currently. Like I said, I'm on like 10, 11, 12. I will be caught up by the time we get to this, for sure. Beautiful covers, though. Beautiful covers. Love seeing Saturn Girl and anything. Shout out Saturn Girl. Flash 26. Mark Waid. Yeah, Mark Waid. Love to see an Impulse. I'm a big fan of that series of heroes. Impulse, Superboy, Connor Kent, Impulse. And Tim Drake. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that line right there, that Young Justice line. So love seeing Impulse. I am reading this Flash run a little bit. I'm not as far as Superman, but I will be caught up. I'm definitely a couple issues into this, but I'm a big fan of like the black that they're adding into the Flash suit. Very off topic. Well, I guess it's not really. It's a KO event tournament. We got all heroes in this, so we free to talk about everybody. But I really love this black that they're putting in the Flash suit. The Flash suit here is beautiful. I love how Impulse looks here. Got a time trapper there. Alright, Justice League Unlimited number 12. Shout out the boy Mr. Terrific. I ain't gonna lie. Can we talk about what happened to Mr. Terrific? He got jumped by parademons. You know, we can't have Mr. Terrific getting jumped by parademons. Why did they send him alone to interrogate that parademon? What was they thinking? They sent him alone. They ain't give him Blue Beetle, not nobody to come with him. Blue Beetle won't help him during the whole thing. He could have just easily been beside Mr. Terrific, so he didn't have to get jumped by like 6 parademons. That was devious. Shout out Aquaman in the corner. Alright, stay connected, follow the fights. Who will win each bracket? From bracket reveals and San Diego Comic Con panel exclusives. We don't really get into Full Cross 5 explosive issues. Yeah, we don't really. It's just a retelling of what we got talking about. And that's more of the Comic Con paneling that we've already passed. And again, we got a black and white cover. Alright. Now, if I remember these tabs correctly, this one, this one, this one. I was wrong. It's the same page twice. This one. Alright. Alright. Now, this is another list of the tie-ins, but it's actually in order. It's actual reading order for anybody that wanted to actually lock in on the orders of how to read the story. We got the prologue will be in Justice League Unlimited number 11, which comes out September 24th. The second part of the prologue will be the Justice League, the Omega Act Special number 1, which will be coming out October 1st. And then we have the core issue itself, DCKO number 1, coming out October 8th, which will be 3rd in the reading list. 4th in the reading list will be the first tie-in, which will be Titans number 28, coming out October 15th, 2025. We have 31 variants for this DCKO issue number 1. Jesus, that's crazy. Alright, number 5th in the reading list will be the second tie-in, being Superman number 31, coming out October 22nd, 2025. Number 6 on the reading order will be the tie-in The Flash number 26, October 22nd, 2025 also. Number 7 on the reading list will be another tie-in. It will be Justice League Unlimited number 12, coming out October 22nd, 2025. Number 8 on the reading list will be another tie-in. We got DCKO Night Fight number 1. And number 9 on the reading list, we got another tie-in, Justice League Red number 4. I did read Justice League Red number 1. I thought it was pretty interesting for the most part. I think my biggest gripe with it would have been like the writing early on. I didn't really think it was too compelling. I mean, we weren't really shaking ground or anything. It wasn't anything too crazy. It was kind of straight to the point. I don't think it really delved too deep in anything. But once we got past like that first half and we got to the part where spoilers for Justice League Red number 1, where once we get to the part where Power Girl and Simon Baz actually like meet up with Red Tornado, and go on that little mission to beat the robot or whatever. I think it got a little interesting towards that part, but because I'm more interested in what's going on with Red Tornado and why he's making this team. But the beginning was a little slow for me, but I'm interested for number 2. You know what I'm saying? I'm not dropping it or anything. I'm gonna definitely pick up 2. And I'll read 4 once we get to the tie-in. Alright, so number 10 on the reading list, we have another tie-in. It'll be the next Titans issue. It'll be Titans 29, which will be coming out November 19th, 2025. I'm sorry, I didn't give you the date for DC Night Fight. That was November 5th, 2025. And 11th on the reading order, we have the second issue of DCKO, which would be November 26th, 2025. 10 variants. Number 12 on the reading list, we got another tie-in, which will be Superman 32, that next issue, which will be November 26, 2025. 13 on the reading list, we have another tie-in, The Flash, number 27, which will be November 26, 2025. And for our last on this reading list, this obviously isn't incorporating any of the other issues that's coming out post DCKO number 2, so it's not factoring in 3, 4, or 5. So it's obviously not including the other tie-ins that will happen in between and around issues 3, 4, and 5. This is just all around issues 1 and 2. So last on the reading list, we have the last tie-in for this list so far, Justice League Unlimited number 13, which will be coming out November 26th. 2025, and I definitely will be covering 3, 4, and 5 once we get more info on those as well. And then obviously once 1 comes out, I'll probably do a video covering 1. Alright, that's that there. This one here should be the covers. I think this should be a look at all of the covers. Shout out to LeagueOfComicGeeks.com. They got a lot of good info on their website. Definitely big shout out to them. Let's see if we can get some information. Alright, let's read a little bit of this here. The Heart of Apocalypse has transformed Earth into a hellscape in preparation for the return of Darkseid. The end of the DC universe is here. The Justice League's only chance to defeat Darkseid is to enter a deadly tournament and enter an over-the-top battle royale that will surprise you. The world's greatest heroes fight to become the champion to enter the ring against Darkseid, but there's a catch. The closer you get to the Heart of Apocalypse, the more it corrupts you, changes you into something dangerous. Which DC character has what it takes to make it to the end? Who is willing to do what it takes to win it all, even if it means taking down their friends and family? You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. Shout out to Batman. But I do have a prediction for who could be winning this. Might be a slight bias towards me, but you'll have to wait later this week to see that video. Might be tomorrow, might be the day after. I haven't decided which day it's coming out, but you will see that video this week. So definitely stay tuned to see who I got winning this whole tournament. Alright, we got some of the covers over here in the corner. We see the one again of Superman suplexing the hell out of Darkseid. Straight took him to Brock Lesnar's hometown, Suplex City. Got the Darkseid cover there. Superman and Shazam, the Trinity holding up the world. I love that's the bracket cover, I believe, there that Dan Mora did. That's a Virgin cover there. That's nice. Oh, that's the AEW cover. Yeah. Alright, just a logo there. The wraparound variant. Honestly, for this, the wraparound variant is probably tough. I want to try to get the wraparound variant for this. I didn't even think about that. That wraparound is probably beautiful. Just a whole, ooh, that's nice. Alright, there we got the Greg Capullo. The Greg Capullo variant. That's actually nice. I like that with Joker right there. High top Joker with the fade. Incentive cover right here by Nubovich. That's beautiful right there with the Trinity. That's nice. The blind bags. I might get a blind bag or two just to see, because you can get any of these. So honestly, I like that. It's probably, oh wow, I thought that was gonna be a wraparound. Imagine a wraparound with the tournament brackets. That'd be fire. The Jim Lee, yeah, I'll probably get a couple blind bags. Oh, you can get the wraparound in the, oh, it's not the wraparound. I'll probably get the wraparound still though. I mean, not the wraparound. I'll probably order a couple blind bags. Let's see what I get, but I definitely want that wraparound. That shit's gonna be fire. All right. I just got a couple people talking. Said Damien's going to get torn to shreds by Dr. Fate. Facts. I see no lies. Alright. Last tab we got here today. Oh, shout out to the creative team right here. It's going to take a second to load, so you get a second to look at the creative team. Joshua Williamson, Scott Snyder, Javier Fernandez, and the rest of the beautiful people that were down there. Alright. We are BatmanNews.com. Alright. From BatmanNews.com, we got our first look at DC. Hello. Goodbye. The audacity. BatmanNews.com. The audacity. Alright, our first look at DC KO number 1. We got the cover here that we've been seeing. Shout out to everybody on this cover. We got Plastic Man in the cut right there. Metamorpho down the bottom. Big Lex right there. Vixen. Is that Oswelda Cobblepot? Oswelda Cobblepot. We got a Robin over there. Black Lightning. The Swampiest. We got Power Girl. Cyborg. I guess. Wonder Woman, Zatanna. I'm not the biggest Cyborg fan. It might be crazy. I mean, I prefer Red Tornado. Like, if you're going to give me, like, a Cyborg, because some instances of Red Tornado, he has, like, organs or whatever. But, yeah, I just prefer Red Tornado. I just think he's cooler than Cyborg. To be honest, personally, just keep him on the Teen Titans. Like, I don't know why they keep trying to put him on the Justice League just to shoehorn Darkseid into a story. If you know, you know. But all right, this is not Cyborg slander. This is not what we're here for. Get your brackets ready, DC fans. The first major crossover event in the All-In era launches next month, and writer Scott Snyder and artist Javi Fernandez are the team behind it. Here's the official synopsis, which we already read. All right, so this is right here a picture of the tournament. Actually, no. Actually, wait. I think I remember now. This page wasn't the same as the last page. It was a good look at the if I can scroll. It was a good look at the tournament bracket. I guess they don't want me to scroll. I don't think they want me to scroll. I guess not. I guess I'm not allowed to scroll. Okay, that's cool. We just go back here then. We just go back here and then we'll just scroll. Fine. But I remember what that page was now. It actually had a bigger picture of the tournament bracket. Alright. So for the tournament bracket, we got Power Girl. Starting from the left side and reading across. We got Power Girl, Superman, Lex Luthor, Supergirl, Black Lightning, Guy Gardner, Green Lantern, Giganta, Captain Atom, Damian Wayne, Batman, Jason Todd, Batwoman, Jay Garrick, Cheetah, Cyborg, Big Barda, Plastic Man, the GOAT himself, the man that's the king of the blue, the God himself, Mr. Water Incarnate, the GOAT, I state again, Aquaman, Harley Quinn, Lobo, Connor Hawk, Star Sapphire, Vixen, Zatanna, Metamorpho, Wonder Woman, Swamp Thing, Firestorm, the Man of Two Minds and One Body, King Shark, Hawkman the Hawkist, Etrigan, and Starro for whatever reason. For whatever reason, we got a kaiju, bro. And look, spoiler for the tournament bracket: Wonder Woman has to fight a kaiju. That's just, you gotta see it. She got a sword and a shield. You gotta fight a kaiju. All right, that's the 32 contestants that's within the tournament itself. And now we're gonna get into the preview from issue 1. Now this is what I was talking about earlier, where I was like, Superman brought a weapon with him. They let him bring the brass knuckles. Shit, it looked like I got looked like I was in a tournament. But we got right here in the dark, in the moments before it begins, he tells himself it's just another fight, a brawl like countless ones before. Hell, for this one, everyone even got the brain gear. Kal-El brought the knuckles. This is fire. And you get a big clang as the sun spark off around his knuckles. He forged them in the fortress years ago, after returning from the dead. Knuckles with miniature suns raging inside, angry suns taken from empty universes. Now, so this is what I meant when I said everybody get to bring weapons with them or some kind of gear. So I'm intrigued to see like what everybody's bringing. Like, is Batman just bringing a box of batarangs? You know what I mean? What if he got a suit? What if he brought a suit? I'm not gonna lie, cause they say gear, not necessarily weapons. They say gear specifically. So if Batman brings it, if he pop out like Tony Stark, like I'm not gonna, we got Bruce Stark out here. It might be wicked. All right, I'm not gonna read every line, but as you see, we got Superman with the knuckles. Looking up, and then we swap over here to game night. Superman, Diana, Batman, they're all having a game night or whatever. That's another shorty, probably somebody Batman macking on. You know how Bruce get down, Playboy. Stuff popping off the game. They playing the game. They hear something outside. Superman gets up, dashes outside, and we see Darkseid himself crashing out. I love this design. I love when Darkseid is just giant. I love it. Gives a little Galactus vibes without the Galactus vibes. I like it. It's like a mixture of Galactus and like Thanos, if we're talking Marvel. I love it. It looks beautiful. This art is beautiful. We got Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman pulling up to the fight. I couldn't read this if I tried. I couldn't read this if I wanted to without zooming in. But yeah, that's the preview that we got there from Batman News. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got right there. I'm gonna try to go back to this junk and zoom and scroll down again. I still can't scroll down on this page. That page just froze on me. Damn. All right, so yeah, that's what we got so far. Honestly, involving. Oh my goodness, that is terrible. Involving the new DC KO event, man. And I'm really excited for it. I'm interested to see who's gonna win. Like I said, I'm gonna have a video coming out later this week about. Holy refresher, Batman. But I'm gonna have a video later this week coming out about my predictions for who I got winning and who I got winning each of the first rounds, the second rounds, all the way to the winner of the tournament. And we got a couple other videos coming out this week. But thank you for stopping by. If you decided to pop through and check out this video, if you were interested in the DCKO event, much love to you. If you decided to like the video, leave a comment. If you subbed and became one of the greats, welcome to the greats. But you know what I'm saying, I don't really have much else to say. I'm gonna have some videos either like here, there, somewhere on the screen to check out. I did a video covering the newest Batman that we got. I also did a mystery box opening from Lost Boy Comics. So oh, and I did a video 16 minutes of Cyclops being like an absolute demon. So out of one of those videos, you know what I'm saying, if you decide to check out any more of the content, appreciate it. We're gonna definitely have a lot more comic book stuff on this channel coming up soon. So I don't really have much else for you, man. So y'all be safe out there. Y'all be good people, you know. Be nice out there in the world. Be kind. Spread love. Much love to you, man.